structure of immune system as far as the lymphoid organs are concerned, lymphoid system can be classified into lymphoid organs and lymphoid cells. Lymphoid organ, it could be primary lymphoid organ like thymus and bone marrow, or it could be secondary lymphoid organ like lymph node, spleen and malt. Malt is mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. Lymphoid cells, it could be T cell, it could be B cell, NK cell, all these are lymphoid cells. They say that there are other associated cells of immune system, like for example the phagocytes such as macrophages, neutrophil, basophil, eosinophil, dendritic cells, mast cells, all these are other cells of immune system. And don't forget the cytokines also, they are the component of a lymphoid system. Okay, so let us now start the first part, that is lymphoid organs. Start with thymus. Thymus is a embryo, it is an organ which is active in embryological in the embryonic life. It is mainly active during embryonic life. And they say that it is developed from 3rd to 4th pharyngeal pouch. And it is divided into outer cortex, inner medulla. Okay. So they say that both cortex and medulla are each in thymic lymphocytes. Thymic lymphocytes are called as thymocytes. And apart from that, in cortex, Husserl's corpuscles will be there. Husserl corpuscles will be specialized, they are degenerated, specialized degenerated epithelial cells present in cortex, called as Husserl's corpuscles. Apart from that, Nernst cells also will be there. Nernst cells are specialized cells which are lymphoepithelial cells. Lymphoepithelial cells which are called as Nernst cells. What is the role of thymus? Thymus, the role is maturation of T cells. They say that the progenitor T cells they are originated from bone marrow, then they enter into the thymus, for further development. This usually occurs in the embryonic life. How the development occurs, I will tell you now. The progenitor T cells will be transformed into double negative T cell, DN T cells, that is double negative T cell. Why they are called double negative T cell? Because they lack both CD4 and CD8 cells. Okay, and double negative T cells will further transform into double positive T cell. They will acquire both CD8 and CD4 molecules. And the double positive T cells, what happens is, the fate of double positive T cells is like that. They say that the 95% of double positive T cells, they undergo apoptosis. This is called as death by neglect. They undergo death by neglect. Why? Because these double positive T cells, they are they do not recognize MSC. You know that any antigen, if it comes, it is processed by APC. The big antigen is fragmented into small antigenic fragments. Then the smaller antigenic fragments are presented on the surface of MSC to T cell. That means T cells should be capable of recognizing MSCs. Then only it will recognize the antigens present in the MSC. So majority of the T cells, they do not recognize MSCs, hence they undergo apoptosis by a process called as death by neglect. Remaining 5% will be positively selected. In that 5%, 2 to 5% will undergo negative selection. Why? Because those 2 to 5% of T cells, they say that these T cells, they are self-reacting T cells. Self-reacting T cells means what? T cell who react towards their own antigen. That will lead to autoimmunity. You will produce antibody against your own antigen. So 2 to 5% of T cells will undergo cell death, negative selection because they are self-reacting T cells. The remaining 2 to 5% of T cells of double positive T cells, they will lose either CD4 or CD8 to become mature single positive T cells, that is CD8 T cell or CD4 T cell. So that is how the development of T cells occur in thymus. Okay, so then I will tell you what happens in lymph node. Lymph node is a peripheral lymphoid organ. Lymph node is a bean-shaped peripheral lymphoid organ. Again, it is divided to outer cortex, inner medulla, and in between cortex and medulla there will be paracortical area. We say that it is a cortex and medulla, both these area are rich in B cell. Both are called as B cell area. Whereas is a paracortical area where the T cells they reside. So the T cell area of lymph node is nothing but paracortical area. Okay, so if this is cortex, this is medulla, this is cortex, then in between cortex and medulla you will have a zone which is called as paracortical area, and the paracortical area is the site where the T cells will be there. Similarly, spleen. Spleen is the largest secondary lymphoid organ. Okay, and spleen, as you know, spleen is, the splenic arterioles will be supplied to various areas of spleen. Okay, so here how you know that spleen has a white pulp and a red pulp. Red pulp is the area where the sinusoids will be filled up. The blood will be filled up in the sinusoids. The remaining area is called as white pulp. Okay, the remaining area is called as white pulp. And you know that these central arterioles, just adjacent to the central arterioles, the zone this is called as periarteriolar lymphoid sheath. Periarteriolar lymphoid sheath, and this is the area where the T cells will be residing. And adjacent to periarteriolar lymphoid sheath, the next zone is the marginal zone. Just next to the periarteriolar lymphoid sheath, the next zone is the marginal zone, and marginal zone is the area of spleen where B cells will be residing. So both these areas are under white pulp. The remaining part of the spleen is filled with what? Blood. The remaining part of the spleen is filled with blood. That is the red pulp area. Okay, so this is all about the T cell and B cell area of spleen and lymph node. Then coming to MALT. MALT is what? Mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. They are lining the GI mucosa, mainly GI mucosa and also the respiratory mucosa. They are either loosely organized, in GIT they say that either they are well organized, called as pairs patches, this is present in submucosa, or in lamina propria of GIT they are present as loose clusters of lymphocytes. Okay, so the mucosa associated lymphoid tissue, either they are well organized as pairs patches which are present in submucosa, or they are loosely organized in lamina propria as loose clusters of lymphocytes. In this context, I have already told you the epithelial cells are modified to form M cells. They say that some of the epithelial cells are modified to form M cell. What is M cell? Yes, M cells are modified epithelial cells where they will have flat villi. The villi are shortened, and instead of that they will have basolateral pocket which are reached in lymphocytes and macrophages. And M cell is the site of entry of many organisms like Salmonella, Shigella, Vibrio, Polio, etc. Many organisms are there, many enteric pathogens are there which entered through M cells. Okay, so this is all about mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. Then we will discuss about immune response.